Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and my voice is a little bit hoarse. However, that does not stop me. I need to film. I need the feeling of all you people. Okay, so today we are doing, I have a couple things to film, but for this video, we are doing this Kat Von D situation here. This is not new, obviously. It's just the Kat Von D Lock-It Foundation. I've been asked a couple times to try this by you guys. I know there's a ton of reviews on it, but I just like to think that my personal review is a little bit better than all the rest. That's not narcissistic. Just kidding. No, I don't. I like to know how things sit on my skin and if I'm going to love it. And I was like, well, I need you guys to know if I love it too. So I'm trying to make this video, like this particular video, shorter for you guys. You guys have been suffering through a ton of ridiculously long videos, like 25, 28, 33. Like the videos have been stupid long lately. And some of you love it. Some of you are like, why is this happening to me? So I wanted to go ahead and make this one a little bit shorter. I've already primed my face. I did the Smashbox Primerizer and the Smashbox Primer Water, and it has been sitting on my face, melting into the skin, and I thought we would do a little bit of reading on this guy right here from the Sephora website. It says that it is for normal, dry, combination, and oily, so all the skin types, I believe, and it is a high coverage, full coverage, wait, what? I can't read. Try that again. It's a high pigment, full coverage foundation with a matte finish and a 24-hour wear, now with a new look in a total of 30 shades. Basically, it's just supposed to be great. I don't know if that's true or not, but we gonna try it. Anybody else waiting for the day that they start saying like, oh my god, mine is good for 28 hours or mine is good for 32 hours. Anybody? Because I'm like waiting for them to start putting more hours in a day. Like, it just irritates me because like, who wears their foundation 24 hours? Never in my life. Like, I've had long days. 12, 18, I've even had 20-hour days, okay? And by the way, at the end of those days, I look like actual shit no matter what foundation I'm wearing. But I've never been like, oh my god, like, let's test the 24-hour. No, F off. Like, no thank you. Anyways, sorry, that's just me. This is in the shade Light 44 Cool. It was the one that I saw that looked closest to my skin tone. I can't really vouch for that at the current moment, but like, we'll give it a shot. Let's go ahead and pump some of this out. Oh, that's actually not a bad match at all. Pretty thick though. It's not like super duper runny. It's a nice in-between consistency. Now, where's my brush? Paige, why do you suck at this? Your brush probably disappeared in this nightmare of a vanity that you need to clean, okay? So maybe you should clean it. Thank you. Thank you. A bunch of my friends last night, by the way, I'm going in with the Y6 Morphe brush. A bunch of my friends last night that were over, they actually saw my vanity and what it looks like, and they were like, what in the actual shit is this? And I was like, oh yeah, I know. This is intense. That's what this is. Wow, like one swipe, that looks good. It was just like quick, immediate coverage. I feel like you guys were like really far away, but that's crazy. That was one pass. I'm impressed right now. I'm impressed already. I'm gonna hate it later. It's just how it goes. So I did it with a beauty blender on this side, and you definitely get a lot less coverage, which is kind of a bummer, but the finish is nicer. So I think this is going to be one of those times where I put it on with the brush and I'll smooth it over with the blender. It's not that it looks bad with the brush. It's not overly streaky. It is super thick though, so you do have to be mindful that if you're putting it on, none of this like dragging business. We're talking like shorter-ish strokes if we can do it, because otherwise you're gonna have a couple issues. Wow, I actually really like this right now. Like, it looks really good. And you guys know I'm like one of the most brutal foundation people in the entire world. Like, I am not kind. Okay, now again, in an effort to make this video a little bit shorter for you guys, just so it's fair to both sides. I realize that some of you like them longer, some of you like them shorter. I'm gonna be a compromising coach in between. I'm gonna go ahead, finish up my face, shoot the other video, pop back on, show you how it finished. We'll talk about it some more, and we'll just kind of keep this one good and short. So hang tight, and I will be right back. So, you know, don't mind, the hair just keeps getting more out of control. But you guys, I went ahead and obviously I went ahead and finished up my face, and I did the review, which I don't know which will go up first, but I did do my review of the Laura Lee Cat's Pajamas palette, and I'm super excited for you guys to see that. And then what else is on my face? Oh, a bunch of stuff. I said this in that video, but I didn't say it in this one yet. I went through like my drawers a little bit, and I wanted to pull out things I haven't used in a while. So there is my Benefit Cheek Parade, which I have not used in a hot second. There is my Champagne Pop by Becca, and I layered that with Blinded by the Light, the little Too Faced collection. and I used a blush from the Cheek Parade as well. And you guys, it was just so much fun. And I know it's only, well, 3, technically 4 products, but it was so much fun to pull something out and like use it again after I haven't used it in a minute. And for the lips, I have Sex on the Peach, which is just the new collab, or not collab, but the new Too Faced Just Peachy collection that was released. But you guys, I had so much fun doing that video. Again, if you've already seen it when you see this, or if you're about to see it, either way, I'm so excited for you to see it, and just go through it with me and talk about another YouTuber success. So anyways, let's talk about this foundation. You guys, it looks so good. Sorry, I have an itch on my face right here, but it looks so good. Like, all during filming, I kept waiting for it to like start looking funny. It hasn't happened. It hasn't cracked. It hasn't gotten weird. It hasn't gotten patchy. Like, and I've been filming, you know, it's since your last clip, it's been, you know, about an hour and a half, I'd say. And it just looks so good. It carried the blush, bronzer, highlight all so nicely. And I can't wait to see if this works, because if it does, I'm excited. Now, the only thing I will say as I was putting it on is that it is thicker, so it does have like a cakey feel. It doesn't feel super thick and cakey on my face at the moment, but it was a feeling that I had while I was putting it on, like a very cake battery like thickness, and I don't live for that feeling, but as long as it doesn't transfer to my face and like stay that same thicky course all day, I'm fine. Oh, and I used the my God. Ugh. I used the Tarte Shape Tape, and I actually went in with my Airspun today, so just super cheap Airspunness, and everything it set down super great, blended on top of it. It hasn't lifted. I did my nose contour, nothing moved. Hello, best day ever. Yeah, you can't see those are the swatches. Just kidding, they're beautiful, but you're not in that video, so we're not going to talk about it. I am going to go, I'm so tired. I'm going to go do the rest of my day and all the good shit I have going on, which hopefully is drinking some hot tea and calming my voice box back down. And I will check in with you at the end of the day and let you know how this super fun Kat Von D went. Wow, it is covered in setting powder. So apparently we had a little mishap there. So I will talk to you guys at the end of the day. Okay guys, this stuff has been on my face for 9.5 hours, child. 9.5 hours of craziness, of film editingness, of frita-ness, because I got sick of all that lion that you saw, so I just tucked the lion up and said no more. I definitely have some thoughts about this foundation that kind of shock me. Of course, we'll do our close-ups. Oh, and I painted my nails because that needed to happen. But you guys, I actually really like this foundation. We do have like some breakage kind of happening on the nose chin area, and I think if I had to like pinpoint what the issue is, I think it's an issue of how thick and cakey it is. So I'm curious about mixing it with like, what's that Clinique stuff? God only knows where it's at on my vanity, buried somewhere, but it's the Clinique, like the tiny little one in the weird tube. I did a review on that and I actually really liked the way that that wore, but I think if I could thin down the consistency of this foundation, I think it might wear perfectly, because honestly the coverage is beautiful. I really like it. The only thing that I wasn't a huge fan of, and my mom actually pointed it out to me, she said it looked like she could see every single like dimple and kind of pore. There was a lot of texture that showed through with this foundation that she didn't love. I didn't love that part, but when my skin looks this good at the end of 9.5 hours, I'm still pretty happy with it. And by the way, there's a dot right here. Yeah, that's what happens when you literally are like aimless. You're like editing, you don't think. So what do? You don't just like scratch your face like, oh, it itches. Like, no, it was like full on Wolverine fucking claw myself, and I was like, great, perfect, thank you. That was brilliant. Good job, Paige. Maybe you should do that a couple more times. Over here is pretty lonely. Whatever. So don't mind that, but like seriously, it stayed really good. All the coverage stayed perfect. Like there was no sloughing, nothing like that. Again, the only issue I have is right around my nose, which right here, you guys, wears off so quickly because for some reason on me, it always itches so bad. Like I get itches in the crack of my nose, and I'm like, seriously, so fucking rude. Whatever. So let's go ahead. Let's do the close. Oh, and by the way, Mom said she couldn't tell, but I feel like there might have been oxidizing happening. Like I can kind of see like a line. So that might be another issue that I had, but I have yet to confirm the oxidizing. Let's do a close-up. All right, camera, don't lie to me. Is there oxidizing? See, I see it. It looks like there's a little bit of a line right here What about over here? Is there one? See, I kind of see it. And by the way, these Laura Lee shadows that I did the review on today, like look at that. After 9.5 hours, that's what they look like. Child, you can love me long time. Like they still, oh, okay, stop. I didn't mean it. But they still look so beautiful. It's because I have my glasses on and it's like getting pissed off. So let's look at this foundation. So, okay, this is kind of what she was talking about, meaning like all the textures and like the dimple kind of, like when I say I look like the surface of an orange right through here, that's kind of what she was talking about. This is what my nose looks like. So you can definitely see like the breakage through here. There's a little bit of breakage on my nose, but not a ton, especially for 9.5 hours. A little on the chin, but again, nothing too bad. Wow, that looks good. Okay, well, my lipstick looks really cute. And you can still see like all my acne is still really nicely covered, like literally identical to what it was this morning. Highlight is just still stunning. Bronzer, blush, everything still looks so good. Even my forehead looks really good, you guys. Like, look at my Hulk line didn't hardly eat anything today. Like, good job, buddy. You get a pat. Now, maybe it's just me, but like, I don't want to say I didn't expect to love this foundation, but I really did not expect to like it this much. I thought that cakey consistency would just break off. There have been a couple times that I've, see what I mean? I start to itch. But there have been a couple times that cakiness has really like, it breaks up like a chunk of like caked on frosting, literally, or a piece of concrete. It just breaks apart and it leaves like giant fault lines in my face and it looks awful. And I was so impressed and shocked and happy that this did not happen today. Like, it looks good, and if I can find a good mix-in foundation with this, child, we might be like on our way to all the heaven, okay? So I'm pretty happy about it. I'm super curious though. This one's been out for a while. Have you tried it? What do you think? What's your skin type? I don't know if, oh, that was the other thing that shocked me too. Like, I don't have a lot of oil for 9.5 hours. Like, it's light amount of oil on the nose and that's it. Like, the rest of the face is still really good. But did you like it? I want to know. It's been out for a long time. So like, you guys should have an opinion by now. Let me know. Did you love it? Did you not? What'd you think? All that good stuff. As always, you guys, in the description box are all my social media handles, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, and the Snapchat. And I definitely think it's something you should probably go check out. Maybe go to the Facebook page, maybe like it a little bit, you know, the huge. And hopefully one day soon, this raspberry. Oh, you know what I just thought of? Phoebe in Friends, when she was like, I want my sexy voice back. And she was just like sultry singing like, I want your hairbrush. And she had like that, I don't think that's what she's saying, but she had that sultry voice. Maybe that's what I have. We'll call it my sexy voice. I call it my I cackled for 10 hours voice, but whatever. I think it sounds really pretty. Okay, you guys, for real, I'm going to get going. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and comment, like, subscribe, share. I forgot something. I don't know what the hell I forgot, but I forgot something in that list. So, you guys have a great day, night, weekend, whatever, and we will talk about this little guy later on. Bye. I'm sorry, what was that? I missed.